Dumelang, sanibonani, thobela, re a locha. Greetings over the diaspora to those that don't speak the languages that we speak. Welcome back again to our regular segments. We are back. We are rested from celebrating the new year, and today is a Monday and we're in this gear, meaning that we are doing true crime. Yeah, apologies for no background. Yeah, shifting of things, but yeah, and I just wanted to get this episode out quickly because yeah, I will be at the regular place a bit later on. But yes, before we get into today's case, we're covering a very sad case today. Before we get into today's case, I just want to also, from me personally, remind you guys that these are real people with real lives, with real families, and this is a tragedy that happened. So can we just be kind, even if you don't agree to whatever way somebody lives their life or whatever it is that they do in their personal lives. Yeah, let's just be kind, let's be respectful in the comment section. And yes, that is personally from me, but content warning for this case. There will be sexual assault mentioned. There will sexual assault mentioned. There will be gruesome things mentioned. So if that's not your cup of tea, that is low vibrational for you. And if that is something that does trigger you, please go check out the other stuff that we do. But to those that are true crime junkies, let's stick around. And today's case is the case of Lerato Moloi, who was a victim of two of her friends after a night of drinking. She was a 27-year-old woman who was in the queer community, and her life was brutally ended on the 14th of May in 2017. This case takes us all the way to Soweto, one of the largest townships in South Africa, and let us do what we regularly do and just do a little bit of character analysis or character assassination, depending on which side of the fence you are looking from. Lerato, affectionately known as Tambai Moloi, was born in Soweto to mother Zodwa Moloi and father Themba Khumalo. Lerato's friends as well as family describe her as somebody who was very free-spirited, who was very respectful in her community, very friendly, she was well known in the community, and to everybody's knowledge, the community's knowledge, everybody was just okay with Lerato. Everybody was on good vibes, and you know, it's just part of the community, and everybody accepted her even with her sexuality. Lerato was living openly as a lesbian woman, and at times you do form friendships with people and you're thinking that, you know, I am safe with these people. Themba Khumalo, Lerato's father, would describe Lerato as somebody, you know, he was able to have a relationship with her because Nabaringa as Majida. She was very, you know, she was a fun one. She referred to her father as old timer, you know, so he speaks very affectionately ka Lerato. But he also calls her by the name that they call in the streets, Tambai, and that's how he would relay the stories to Lerato about her. And then with the mother as well, she was a very loving mother. She was the only child to the mother, and for her this was a really painful point because she could not understand what is it about my child that gave you the right to take her life. The last time that the mother spoke to her was when she was rushing in on the 13th of May on a Saturday night, and she was going drinking with two of her buddies. And yes, so she was a 27-year-old, but these two friends that I mentioned were a bit older than her. And this is something that I have seen in the spaces that I exist in, that would befriend the older ones thinking, right, I have an older brother, or they are more exposed to other things, or you're thinking because of somebody's age their mental capacity, mental faculties are mature. But unfortunately these two men clearly abana ngqondo, because this crime that was committed was actually a hate crime. So according to the patrollers they saw these two guys going with her to the local tavern, and yes, like the mother was relaying that, no, she quickly came into the house. And it's so sad that I think the kids of today, or young adults of today, they don't have the luxury of just disappearing or going for sleepover kai, or the irresponsible things that maybe the kids in the 80s had a luxury to, you know, what disappear over a weekend or whatever it is. It's not right, but at least your parents would know, okay, no, eventually they will show up. But in such cases, you guys do not have the luxury. Rather, you need to be honest with your parents. Or because the minute you disappear, chances are it is the worst case scenario, and in this case that is what had happened. You know, we say and the next thing, the people that witnessed the Tavern situation was saying that she was drinking with these two gentlemen. And I think this is another issue I have with alcohol, man. You know, I am a drinker, but man, there's other spirits attached to alcohol, you know. But with the alcohol, we will cover this in the concentration camp, of how actually this is like one of the detrimental things that we have as a people, Rona, that was imposed on us, and it is unfortunately married to us as a people, you know. And yeah, I think if we understood the spiritual element, man, towards alcohol and the design of the system regarding alcohol, yeah, I think maybe if we can get to that conscious level, it would eliminate a lot of things, you know. Because with some people, they embody another character the minute that they are intoxicated, you know. And yeah, the people that witnessed them chilling there reported that these people were fighting over 20 rand. This is in 2017, so I don't know how to backtrack to check what was the value of 20 rand then. But about 20 years ago is how many years ago? However many years ago. But yeah, maybe Nereka decided to, I don't know, I really don't know. But yeah, apparently an argument ensued over this 20 rand. And what I've also noticed, you know, and not who the men or the males, but I think you need to also I think men also need to invest in healing yabona, or do not operate from ego, you know. I see it also in the healing space. The minute somebody or the minute somebody, I think, defeats you mentally, then you wanna retaliate in a violent manner, you know. And yeah, it's not just the men, but I am noticing it with like a masculine energy. Let me say that, from a masculine energy where you react from ego, you know. I'm sure the situation did not need to escalate, so that is why it was categorized as a hate crime, because there's literally no way that something like this could have escalated over a fight at 20 rand. Anyway, they don't know the events that happened after, but these two men were the last people that were seen with. These two guys are reported in the media as Tsotang Mokgethi as well as Jackson Alofeyo. So yeah, I don't know if these people were raised in the same community or what the story is behind it. But this is a 38-year-old and a 34-year-old, so significantly older than Lerato, Tambai, you know. And so now with the patrollers, so one of the patrollers, Ntate Thabo, he was the one that was saying, yay, we saw you guys with this person. You guys are the last people that we saw you with these people, you know. And eventually, so this also came about after her body was found, you know. So I don't know if they had reported her missing, because the next day, nearly Mother's Day, nearly the 14th May in 2017 on a Sunday. So it was a Mother's Day that day. And I think with most of us, I think maybe when we do go out, sometimes, you know, like it's such a jam, smelly lang, but like I'm saying, luxury you know, you need to SMS or WhatsApp, tell somebody yo, safe, or I'm sleeping over because now if you don't show up and maybe months before that, or it's a habit that you formed, they're not going to be concerned, you know, for okay, how old you're ordering, you know. But obviously when they see Vele later on, okay, Moto has not said anything, we're not, like, her closest friends don't know where she is, that's when the panic ensued. And unfortunately, with Lerato, I think, you know, we'll get back to that point. But the people that found her were grass cutters, Kako station. So if you know Kona Lady, there's some like bridge kind of place. So and yeah, there was like long grass, and it wasn't cut, it was uncut grass. And yeah, so this one of the patrollers ke mo a bonang a shoe, a boot ya gage, a bona le leoto la gage, and then saw another boot, and then saw her underwear all the way down to her knees. And yeah, and she had boulders on top of her, yeah, on her upper body. So her bottom was undressed, and then her top part, you can see 2 stab wounds on her left side, so yeah, the hard side on the left side. And yeah, I think they tried stoning her to death. And yeah, it is a sore point, you know. And it's unfortunately Lerato, 8 months prior to this situation, she also experienced something similar where she was almost attacked, almost, you know what. And when she went to go report this thing, the cops were very dismissive, which is why, like, also crime for the gays, the lesbians, the queer community is not taken seriously, you know. Even as a male gay person, if you're gonna be reporting, no, I was violated in this manner or this or that, instead of you getting assistance, you get laughed at because, you know, it's melube indoda. Nobody has ever denied if I consider myself indoda, but I am a citizen of the country, or by constitution you guys are supposed to protect me, you know. And I don't know like how far we are with this hate bill crime, but clearly nothing is a deterrent, you know. And now we fast forward the funeral and towards the memorial, and the Women's League of that Green, Gold and Black Party were there as well. And yeah, a lot of activists, the queer activists, felt that these people want to make this thing about them, because honestly what I've witnessed I don't know if it's campaigning, because yeah, it might have been close to campaigning and whatnot, but there's a lot of distasteful things that they were doing, like singing Bo Umshini Wami. And if I think of Umshini Wami and I think of that Manyano of women, I already think of a case where initially with this case they had agreed, okay, a perpetrator, you know, we are railing behind the victim, and then you're special very fast, apparently, allegedly, and then next thing now they are anti this victim and supporting the person who was in charge of them, basically, if you put it in that way, you know. And yeah, sharp, okay, the courts proved you not guilty and whatnot, but for some people that also do know behind the scenes, you know, this woman was not a straight woman. And yeah, there's a lot actually. I'm not gonna go into that case because yeah, I don't think lawyer can bail her out, so. But as much as we are very affectionate with our father, not affectionate in that way, as much as we feel affection with our fathers, with our uncles, mara, hey, larkawata, and especially like with people in power, it is so scary. It is so scary how just money can squash a lot of things. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, so this women's mañano, they were there doing a lot of distasteful things, even though they were saying, hooray, yeah, we support the queer community, yeah, gender-based violence, yeah, how can you be killed for your sexuality? But unfortunately, also it's in 2017, but these things keep on happening. Already now, Gay Pride Month, and already, well, Pride Month in South Africa, because our first march was in the month of October, right? And yeah, so I think the series for this month, we're gonna do just true crime, the queer community. But yeah, so you can also give me suggestions of what you guys want us to cover in terms of that. But yeah, the hate crime bill, I don't know like how legit that is. And oh yes, and then they're also mentioning how the death penalty must be reinstated, so which makes me think, like, do you guys even follow your own constitution? Do you even know what constitutional, you know? And I don't know, is death penalty a deterrent? Are people really afraid to be unalived by hangpal or injection or whatever means that people made? Is that really a deterrent, or are we not dealing with the issues that are actually causing all this madness to happen? But yeah, anyway, green, gold and yellow and black, or green, gold and black people were saying how death penalty must be reinstated, but according to constitution ya lona, you guys want this thing scraped out, you know, and you can't go backwards on a law. If just like how labona kokasi literally drinking in public and whatnot, because they can't reverse drinking in public is illegal anymore. But yes, there's no lawyer, ne? Yeah, my lawyer friends, that's also. But yes, anyway, then comes the sentence. So luckily, the petrola tsena ba supe gore no, these guys were the last people with the fallen Ndlovukazi here, and one of the guys aba confess and Tsotang Mokgethi aba confess okay, no, this is what they did, this is what they did. And yeah, the other guy is not, I don't know if he got sentenced now, but these were the two people that went to court. But for the R-A, how do I spell it, R-A-P-E, the grape, and the unaliving, he got 2 life sentences. And yeah, I'm not too sure if they're running concurrently, but yeah, 25 years. If they are running concurrently, it's 25 years. Clearly, and yeah, he probably would be eligible for parole in half of that time. And yeah, man, the scars that the parents are left with, the community are left with, you know, literally banna ba nang le ditlhaloganyo tso berekang from the community outside, mara awuna ngqondo ukuthi uzobulalela umuntu for sexuality ya bona, awuna ngqondo, you know. And you're expecting her at a certain age, is it a control thing, you know, because Leona sexually assaults, I think it's part of my package of when I do study psychology. Hore, like, what is it? Is it a sense of control? What is it? Like, because kutimle 20 rand or ke gano rekela biega 20 rand aka, you gonna also correctively sexually assault me? Like, what is your intention with that? Like, unta squinty, and then on top of that, you wanna bash my head in. What is it? What is it? You know, and I do not have any background of these people, because also sometimes I feel what's like in background, we pacifying these people for man sonke asna mama asna baba asna ni, but we are not savages, you know. And the trauma also of the person that found her, like, how are we as people that used to revere life so much just take life nkari what's like nkara ke tsebe ro reka chepisi kwa ko my friend? Like, how do we easily re time motho utima motho based on what? Like, what is ke go ba link to saying understanding, because I really don't understand how deep does ingulo yethu go as a people, that we are like re behave nkare di serial what that's ko America tsa makgowa, guys. And this is not, yeah. But anyway, her family speaks very fondly of her. The uncle and the mother and the father were very sad, were very heartbroken, and it's something that they need to live with, you know, how they say time heals all wounds. But when you see such things, it is definitely a trigger, you know. When you see such things, when you think, oh, Mother's Day, this mother's never gonna have a normal Mother's Day ever again, you know. The dad now can't kappa, like the dad's other child, hayako kerekenka Fridays, he feels, I'd rather walk my child, because I don't know, I do not want to experience this thing again. So to a point where now o khapa ngwana ge ko kerekeng, ha dire 15 minutes before kereke e fela, then he needs to fetch the child, because clearly we are living with savages. We are thinking we are so communal as a people, we got each other's back. How are we gonna heal as a people if we don't even have each other's back in our families, we don't have each other's backs in our communities? Like, divide and conquer, how far, guys? Lengulo le, that people feel entitled to people, how far does it go? People feel entitled to other people's bani as well, how far does it go? But yeah, before I cry or before I go on a vent o'clock, I think let us value our case. But yes, her blood did speak, because these people got sentenced. But for me, I could say, man, I could say, I don't know how healing that is, and I hope I don't have to experience such, guys. I really hope I don't have to experience such, where yeah, ke tlo determine hore is this sentence enough, or yeah, man. But yeah, I hope I don't want to say enjoyed, yeah, but I hope you were enlightened with this episode. And yeah, let's take care of each other, guys. Let us heal, go out there, don't unalive people. Go invest in your healing. If you got issues, do shadow work. Ask us, shadow work, guys. I don't think not enough cleansing can be done for you after you've done such a hard act. You know, wamo unalive, wamo actually assault, you even wanna disrespect the body ya motho by hitting them kadi boulder, kadi backstainer on their body. You know, how is the family supposed to receive the body eso? But anyway, happy today. Catch you guys on the next episode. And yeah, it's gonna be very dark. If it's something that is very triggery as well, please go check out the other light stuff that we do kiki here at times. But rest in power and Vugazi. And yeah, I hope, you know, us speaking about your name is eventually not gonna be in vain. And yeah, hate crime bill even to serious, because we cannot continue with losing people in such a manner where we as a people used to mind our own business of what people do in their personal spaces and bedrooms. But anyway, happy today. Take care of each other, love one another, respect one another, and we out.